Here's a little monster Jacoby that just hit the inventory here at Crossroad Cues. This cue is loaded. I mean loaded with work and a lot of natural white inlays, rings, the joint, and of course the butt cap. This is by far one of the nicest Jacobys that I have personally seen. We've had some Jacobys that have came through here before. Of course, with our office and our business being in the Midwest, they're not real far from us. I believe they're in Wisconsin. And I know that people that have ordered Jacobys and have, grown up playing with them, they speak extremely, extremely good about their work. Now, this one right here, not only is it just loaded with work and very, very, very good, clean work, this one is signed in the forearm here in one of the points. It's signed by David Jacoby, and it's 11 of 2004. We just acquired this out of a high-end private collection, and it is definitely a special cue. It's not perfect, but it is very, very, very nice, and it looks good in person. I'm going to go over everything with you the way that I always do. No serious issues, by the way. It's very, very, very minor marks from play, but I mean, this thing is just gorgeous. Take a look and enjoy this with me for a moment. Again, I have not seen a Jacoby like this. I'm not saying that it's the biggest one out there because it's definitely not. There are some big Jacobys out there. They do really good work. I know they've won a lot of awards at the different cue shows and all kinds of different, awards and positive feedback on their cues, and really good reputation. They're a great family-owned business, and people love the way they play. But I want you to take a look at what you're seeing here with me for a moment. So obviously you've got an ebony front or forearm, of course. For those of you that are newer to cues, this is the front of the cue, the forearm of the cue. Some people call this the nose piece, the front. I'll refer to it as different things. Again, all natural white joint, radial pin. This cue has a very good forward balance, by the way. It's the first thing that I noticed about the cue. And the butt weight is 15.2. It's a 15.2 that seems a little bit heavier until you put it on the scale, but it's because it's forward balance. So look at there's your balance right there, your balance point, I'm sorry. See how it's tipping forward? As I've explained before, I've talked to cue makers that have said if you shoot a shot off of a side rail and you have a forward balance cue, the cue is going to tend to stay down instead of coming up. Okay, now I don't know the science behind that. It could just be theory, right? But the thing is, I could see how that could be true, because think about it. If the front of the cue is too lightweight and you shoot that shot, that front of that cue could pop up when it's forward balance. And there's other reasons why people like the forward balance as far as the hit, the spin, and so on and so forth. But back to this beautiful piece right here. For my best assessment, I believe this wood to be snakewood. At first, I couldn't figure out what it was. I took a really close look, and it's not heavily figured snakewood, but I could see the snakewood right there, like in that point. So ebony forearm, ebony butt sleeve. You have 6 floating, what I believe is snakewood points, all natural white spearhead inlays. And besides all of the inlay work, and I haven't even got to the plethora of work in the butt sleeve, the rings at the joint, above the wrap, below the wrap, and at the butt cap. So all positions, those are all natural white floating diamonds that are set into double silver trim. I love that combination. I've been seeing a lot of that lately, but those are obviously custom rings. I've not seen rings exactly like that before. You have a texturized leather wrap. Perfect installation, by the way. This forearm, or I'm sorry, the butt of this cue rolls nice and straight. What you're looking for when you roll a cue, you want to look to see if the nose is rolling straight. Okay, if that nose was kind of bippity bopping all over the table, then you got a problem. Or you have a cue that has a parabolic taper. That's a whole different subject, whole another video. But with this cue right here, smooth like butter, baby, just like that. And again, this cue was made in 2004. That goes to show you, A, it's been taken care of, and B, or I should say, A, it was built well, and B, it's been taken care of and it's been kept in proper climate. Now down to the butt sleeve. Look at this absolute smorgasbord. I mean, just plethora of inlays. All natural white, Snakewood. You got the, spearheads or teardrops, whatever you want to call them. You've got large inlays, small inlays, and here's the thing about it. This is what I call surgical quality. As I look down the cue, or up the cue in this case, look how it all lines up. Starting at that pin, that ring, the point, the ring, the bottom ring, and then finally at the bottom of the butt cap right there. Everything lines up. It's what you call surgical quality. This has the Jacoby logo, which is engraved into the natural white butt cap, and you have the signature. I had one person that was looking at a cue, and they were suspicious because it wasn't signed by Jacoby. I don't believe he signed all of his cues. Some have the logo alone at the bottom, and I've seen some like this that are signed with the logo. Some of you can comment there in the video if you're on YouTube or Facebook. Maybe you are a Jacoby specialist and you can tell me, but I believe that he signed, his really, really special cues, which in this case, again, I don't know if this is a one of one or a one of what, but man, this thing is truly, truly, truly special. And I'll tell you one thing, it is built to play. Again, that ebony front, forward balance, flat face natural joint, radial big pin. Come on, baby. This one's got everything but the kitchen sink right here. Two nice straight maple shafts. All the specs are on the post, but anyway, you've got a 3.2 ounce shaft and a 3.4, 12.65 and 12.33. All of you are always making fun of the cues I sell with big, not all of you, but a bunch of people make the comments and say, hey, when are you going to sell some cues that don't have baseball bats? Well, I don't like them with toothpicks, that's for sure. This should get you some good rotation, though. You got a 12.65 and a 12.33, although I like a 12.9 to a 13 mil myself. Good thing is, with that being a radial pin, you could always add your favorite low deflection shaft. This bad boy is going to be hitting the website, crossroadcues.com. You guys and girls see how fast everything sells around here. We put these really, really, really nice cues up. Some go in the blink of an eye, and some stay for a little while, but I have a suspicion, I have a feeling that this beautiful black and Snakewood loaded up Jacoby will not be around for very long. If you need some financing, take advantage of it. It's on the website. You can put very, very little or even no money down and have as low as 0% interest. There you go. David Jacoby, loaded up, black ebony, Snakewood, and all kinds of work. This is going to end up being somebody's favorite cue. I could sense it right now. Maybe a Jacoby collector, maybe somebody that just knows how good they play. Either way, crossroadcues.com.